Not sure who's going to be joining us on a Saturday night, but what the heck. I really wanted to tell you about a couple of things, and it sort of made me laugh. They both did. Did I make it public? Yeah, I guess I made it public because somebody's here. I did make it public? Okay, I couldn't remember. This has definitely been an interesting day in a way. There were a lot of things. Hi there. There were a lot of things that I wanted to get done outside that I did not get done today. However, I did get a few things done here at home, so that was a good thing. I did accomplish some things, and I am. Hi, Myra. I did get to do my nails, and I did get to do a video about my nails, although, in truth, there were more outtakes than regular takes on that one. It was kind of funny because I did it the way I do so many things in my life. I tend to fly by the seat of my pants. That's a line from Pretty Woman, but I really do. I got to the table, I had set up the sizes of the nails. I had two different types of nails that I was trying to choose from. One was the French look, and the other was this. And I thought I would try this because it was really different for me. This is the gel look, and they had it in all different colors. I'm not used to that kind of look. That's not something that I would typically do. That is a little too now for me, I think. A much more traditional. I also have to file it off so they're not quite as square at the top. I want to just file it a little bit to make it look a little bit more normal. And I also have to laugh. It kind of reminds me, excuse me, it reminds me of a Thanksgiving dinner that I had many years ago, and I had a lot of people over, and I was just had a lot going on that year, and I was really tired. I wanted to have everybody over, but I really was not up for cooking the whole meal. So what I did was I ordered from a really good place, and I picked up the stuff the day before. And of course, I could never say that I had done that because especially with my brother, the one that I'm talking to all the time now, his wife is a wonderful cook. And she bakes and she does everything, and she has always made these incredible meals. So it was not okay for me to order takeout for Thanksgiving. So we had all the different dishes, and everybody was really impressed, and the food was wonderful. The turkey was great. Hi, Mary. All of the vegetables were great. Everything was wonderful, except one tiny little thing gave me away. And that was as the cranberry compote was being passed along the table, it was lifted up just high enough for my brother to see. On the bottom, it was kind of in a little bit of a stem kind of glass thing. It was really attractive. And on the bottom, there was a little thing that said number 2. And my brother said, "What is this number 2?" So I was outed by the number 2 on the cranberry compote, and I had to tell everybody that I had in fact not cooked oh, thanks a lot. Yeah, I'm liking it too. This is a different palette that I used today. Which one did I use today? I think it was Profusion again, and I think it was something called Superstars or something like that. It was more comprehensive than just shadows. It was also the face makeup, and I tried. Oh, Carol, great, glad to see you here. And I was able to actually do the face with it as well. The only thing that I did not do, obviously, is the lipstick. But let me come in closer so you can see the eye. And again, it's been on all day, so it's kind of a little bit of a goldy look. And this is in the plummy kind of colors. So, oh, thanks so much, Anna. That's so nice. Um, anyway, so let me get back to the nails thing. And it was really funny because I had laid all the nails out. Um, oh, thanks. You do like the shape of the nail? I thought it was a little bit too square. I wanted to just kind of take the edges of it and make them look a tiny bit more, I don't know, rounded, less, maybe they look a little bit on the wide side to me. But it's amazing to me how good they look, and I think they look sort of real. I mean, I think it's harder to tell. Oh, that's what I started to say before, though. The interesting thing about this is there was a tiny little bit of a ridge on the nail at the end of it. And I said, what the heck is this? I said, I am going to have to take a nail file and kind of get that off. And then I cracked up because I don't know if you can see it, but all these nails, they have numbers on the inside of them so that you can have the corresponding number for each hand. Well, that is the edge of the number that I was seeing there, and it totally cracked me up. I think this one might have, no, it's not a number 2. This one might have been the number 3, I'm not sure. But it just made me laugh. So that's what it was. And yeah, I think it definitely is a little bit more of a modern look. All the different colors. Do you like that? It seems a little bit weird to me. I have to get used to it, I guess. But at least it's nice having decent looking nails back, even if I have to do it this way. I, you think so? Um, I want to order some actually on Amazon. They had, oh, thanks, Carol. They had some in real red, and I haven't worn that in many years. And they're a little bit step away from the nail file. um, I just wanted to, the others are a little bit longer, and they also have a gel kind of finish. And I really like that gel finish a lot. I think it's so much nicer. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I definitely like the square look, and I've been wearing that for years, but I thought I'd round it off a little bit just at the edges. You don't think so? Well, whatever. I mean, at least, as I say, it looks uniform and it looks good. I cannot get used to having 3 different colors on my nails all at the same time. They have the one on Amazon. I think you get something crazy like the rounded edges. That's what I thought. Um, oh, thank you. Um, the other one, I think it's 500, maybe it's 100, but it's a lot. It's no, it's got to be like 500, and it's not expensive. I think it was under $10 or maybe $10, something like that. And I thought I'm going to get those if I start to wear the nails again with any kind of regularity. But when I did the video, and I will try to put it out tomorrow if I can piece it together, I made so many mistakes along the way. At first, I had gotten the Kiss glue, but it was an old one and it was not opening. And I kept trying to open it. I probably wasted 2 minutes of running time trying to open the thing that refused to open. So what I did then was I used the glue that came with the nails, and it's one of those in the very narrow little cylinder where you have to twist off the top and then maybe stick a pin in it to get exactly. You're going to see me with all my flaws, as you always do. Oh, thank you, David. I think, as you always do, you see me exactly as I am, imperfect, but enjoying the process, no matter what it is. So, oh, by the time I found the right glue, I had, thank you very much, I had already had one or two nails pop off because the way I tried to glue them on with the other glue that just wasn't coming out of the thing. Melissa, I'm glad you did make it. Hi. So, exactly, you can all learn from my mistakes, and I think that's a good thing. So I will put that, hopefully put that out tomorrow and let you see it. I am definitely feeling the ridges of those numbers at the top. That's hilarious. I should try to blow it up and show it to my brother, who outed me on my Thanksgiving dinner based upon a number. Oh well, it is what it is. But it was fun to do and to kind of get back a little bit to who I would like to be once again. Okay, so after I did that, tonight there was one of the people that I met on that dating site had given me his phone number and he asked me to call him today. So I told him that I would. I'm trying so hard, Carol. I told him that I would. It's a little bit chilly in the house tonight. And I forgot to call him during the day because I got busy with some other things in the house and my plan to go out and try to go to Best Buy and switch out the phone. And I've got one day left. So if I don't do it tomorrow, I'm stuck with this phone. So I'd better do it, though I hate to do it on the weekend. So he got in touch with me again later in the day with a big question mark, like, how come you didn't call me? So I said, oh, okay. I said, if you're home tonight, I'll call you tonight. And he said, yes, I'll be home. What time will you call? Well, I don't know what time I'm going to call. I don't know what time I have to tell you. I just ate the whole one of the one that I told you. You work on weekends? A lot of people work on weekends, including me. Weekends are probably my busiest time in a normal world. But so I was a little bit put off by, feeling as if I had to know exactly what time to call him. Did you buy the lint? Oh, God. I did not eat any more of that today, but I have to tell you, if I am to be honest, and we know that I like to do that, I did have today, I took out that box again of the Russell Stover chocolate, and what I had today was not as bad. I agree with you, David. Lindt is awesome chocolate. The one that I had today was not anywhere near as bad as what I had yesterday. Not one. Who am I kidding? I had three. I had three of the chocolates today, and they were different flavors. It was kind of nice. It really was not bad at all. Are they as good as the Lindt? No. So I have three Lindt chocolate bars left, and I'm trying not to eat them too fast. However, I need to get back to CVS to get more if they're still on sale, because typically they're $4 a bar. And yes, we can focus on the guy in just a minute. So I want to get a few more of those tomorrow if I can. You didn't buy any chocolate. Son of a gun, Sheila, I bought enough for both of us. Okay, so let me go back to the guy. So I did finally call him back, and when he answered the phone, the very first thing he did was he was telling me his favorite movie. And his favorite movie was, well, I probably shouldn't say it because if he ever, God forbid, watches this, that would identify him to him. It was an older spoof, let's put it that way, of, I guess, a horror movie kind of thing. And the very first thing he said to me was loaded with sexual, no, it wasn't that one. It was loaded with sexual innuendo, which left me not even wanting to respond, but thinking a little bit more that I should perhaps hang up the phone and quit while I was ahead. And he is not, you got it, Melissa. Yeah. So I said, okay, maybe he's nervous and maybe he's just trying to break the ice. And I gave him a pass on that one. So we started talking a little bit, but he kept doing it. He just kept doing it. And it was getting to the point where it was making me really uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable. Exactly. Mel Brooks. And it was Gene Wilder and Blazing Saddles is a riot. I laughed hysterically when I saw that film. As a matter of fact, I really should. No, it's not the guy I'm having breakfast with. This is another one. This is one who he gave me his number yesterday and he asked me to please call him. So, and of course, another thing that made it just wonderful was that I was talking to him on the hot phone. Actually, this is the hot phone that I'm on. That's great. Um, hi, hi. I know, David. That really is funny, actually. Um, so where was I? I lost my train of thought. I think so. I think so. And I think that's really what it is. And I think maybe they just don't know quite how the guy, he started out the conversation with sexual innuendo and sort of didn't stop. Well, you can block your number, but I thought that he was going to be harmless. I was on the hot phone, yeah, because the other phone, the battery was running dead, running low. So actually, I'm not on the hot phone now, or am I? No, I'm not. I'm on the XR now. I was on oh, there you go. I was on the hot phone, and that's why he was feeling exactly. Okay, so that phone now, and I don't know if it's the phone or now that I put a case on it, I can't hear all that well. So here he is with all this sexual innuendo going on, and I am not hearing him all the time, so it sounds like I'm half deaf. And it was, I didn't block my caller ID on it, but I really had thought of doing it, but I really thought he was going to be harmless. So I didn't expect, he doesn't live right near me. He lives not a huge distance away, but far enough away for me to feel totally safe. And I figured I could always block him on the phone anyway. And that was the only number that he had. He actually suggested to me when I said, what, for probably the fifth time. So he suggested that I call him back on my other phone, and I thought, oh, no, no, no. First of all, the phone was almost dead, as I say. And second of all, I didn't want him having two of my phone numbers. I didn't think that was such a great idea. And when I told him I couldn't do it, the phone was almost dead, he said to me, well, you can plug it in. So I said I could plug it in, but I said I'm plugging it in a different room, and I am in this room at this point. So he said to me, so why can't you plug it in there? I said, because the charger is in the is in the other room. It kind of reminds me of something my father did to get out of getting a ticket when he was very young. He played stupid, and he got the cop so frustrated, exactly, so frustrated with his supposed stupidity that he told him, and my father, when he used to tell the story, the cop was he was Irish from Ireland, and he had a very heavy brogue. And yeah, the online dating thing is definitely it's interesting. Yeah, my life is not normal. It really is not normal. It tends to run to a little bit on the bizarre. But so I just I didn't, and I wanted to get off the phone at that point. We had been talking for a while. Oh, then he started telling me about a friend of his who lived in California, and that friend died, but he told me how he met the friend. No, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. It's how he met the friend's girlfriend. He had gone out there and he met them, and he said the way that he met the girlfriend was she was in the hot tub, stark naked, and he was coming out stark naked, about to get into the hot tub. I wanted to say to him, TMI. I don't want to hear. And I said, well, that's an interesting way. Yes, Barb. Um, that's a very interesting way to. I don't think, Carol, believe it or not, I don't think he is a freak, and that may sound strange. He's an older man. No, he's an older man, and I really think it's like he's trying to be vibrant and younger and something. Maybe I'm crazy thinking he's not a pervert. I think he's trying to relive his youth, or maybe his youth wasn't even that, and maybe he's wishing it were, and maybe he. No, you think I'm wrong? You think I'm being naive? Yeah, I'm sure there are good ones too. An old man act. Well, no, I think he was. I don't know. I had the feeling he was trying to regain his youth. Yeah, I don't think he was a pervert. I really don't. And that may be naive of me. A dreamer. A dreamer. Yes. And then again, maybe he thought it would turn me on. It did not. I mean, most decidedly, it did not. I don't know. I just, I think he was okay. But I got, at one point, I told him I really needed to get off the phone, that I hadn't had my dinner yet, which was really true. I had just been eating dry cold cereal, and I figured that didn't qualify. I don't think so. Oh, okay. Take care. I'm glad you did too, David, and have a good trip. Um, so yeah, I don't think he is. I just don't think he is. I think he's just trying to be younger or something. So I don't know. Yeah, no, and the guy, your cousin is 81 and met a great guy online from another state. Oh, how nice. Oh, I have to get the end of your message because I missed it. He ended up. Oh, isn't that nice? That's a lovely story. I love hearing that. So I think, yeah, I'm not worried about this guy. I'm not. Um, no, I'm not worried about him. I don't think he's my forever after. Did you? Yeah, and a lot of people do. That could be Myra trying hard to impress. I think that could be. Yeah, I'm not. I don't feel threatened by him at all. I don't know that I particularly want to talk to. He also he tries hard to go for the joke, and that's not it's not who I am. One of the things that he had asked me when he first got in touch with me was, do I like classical music? And I do like classical music. I don't like the really heavy classical music, but I do like it. It's one of the genres I like, but there are a lot of genres I like. So I never thought he would be this way, but again, I do think he was reaching and trying too hard. And again, as I say, with me saying every third sentence, what, what? I probably sounded like I was deaf. So don't let him see my chair. No, he's not about to see my chair. The chair is going to be saved for somebody special. I think that's wonderful, wonderful, and I love hearing it. It makes me happy. Why did the messages scroll up and I lose them? No, he's not chair material. Not this one. No, it's got to be somebody a little bit more special, I think, to share the chair. Um, oh, he was actually telling me about some trips that he had taken. I went to China and he went to Alaska. So it sounds like he's done some fair bit of traveling. He also likes to go sailing. So I told him, yeah, we have to see who's chairworthy. I um I am not a sailor. I need to be on terra firma, being out on the water. I tend to get I get a little lightheaded sometimes and I get a little vertigo. And that's when I was in good shape and could actually walk and hold myself up. Can you picture me now? Wouldn't that be a treat? So I really wanted to share those stories because both of them kind of made me laugh. Yeah, that's true, Barb. You do have to give people a chance. The guy that I'm meeting for lunch on breakfast on Wednesday contacted me again because he had asked me my name and I told him and he said I like it and I wanted to say what choice do you have? It is what it is, but I didn't do that. I have never been on a cruise. I have never. My husband used to love cruising, but no, I had not been on a cruise. I have friends who have and have loved it. Um, yeah, right. I, son of a gun, there was something else I wanted to tell you, and I forgot. Oh, my leg is hurting tonight. I hope that doesn't mean that the weather is going to be changing. Oh, it was so cold here today. I could not stand it. I think it was 36 degrees, and it gets a whole heck of a lot colder here, but I'm not tolerating the cold as well as I used to. I'm really not. And the thought of going out, I just didn't make it. The sun was shining, but I just didn't make it. But it's the call of the wild. I have got to get the rest of the Lindt chocolate bars before somebody else gets them while they're still on sale. So I'm going to have to do that tomorrow. Yeah, I think breakfast will be nice. The only thing is that my first reaction was when he suggested breakfast. Oh my God, he's married. And the reason I say that is many years ago I met somebody through work, and he told me a whole long story. Snowing in Odessa, Texas. Wow. It was supposed to be snowing in North Carolina also, I had heard. So I don't know if that happened. I sold a house for this couple that moved down to North Carolina, and yes, um, what was I saying? Totally lost it. I really have to get used to these nails. Oh, it's supposed to start in the middle of the night. Yeah, these people moved down to North Carolina to get away from the cold winters in New York, and since they moved down there, they've had to go through those couple of storms, and now they're expecting snow. And I think that they had talked about they're in Concord. I think it's Concord. They are talking about I think they talked about 7 inches of snow or more, which would be a lot of snow for that area. And I gather they really don't know how to deal with it too well, so it creates other issues. Is that close to you? Yeah, they love it. They're really happy down there. Um, yeah, I actually was talking to her parents because they had some thought of possibly moving down there, but they're not going to do anything for at least another year or so. They have another child here who is going to get married next year, so they'll see where they wind up. Um, yeah, I mean they're having very strange weather in a lot of places. They really are. So it's odd. So you really don't quite know where to go that you would be safe. As I say, no matter where I think of, every place has its own issues. There are hurricanes, or there are earthquakes, or there are tornadoes, or whatever. So sometimes it's the devil you know versus the devil you don't know. And there may not be something so terrible in that. Oh, the guy that I met years ago, thank you, Carol. He had told me the first time that we met for lunch. And it started out as a business lunch. Oh, do you? Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Son of a gun, Sheila. Um, we met for lunch and we wound up spending 3.5 hours in the restaurant because we were so attuned to each other from minute one that I had not had that experience before, and it was interesting. But he had told me that he was divorced for 17 years. He was a lot older than I was. He told me he was divorced for 17 years and that she had remarried 10 years before. And he started to tell me all kinds of stories about her and her new husband and his kids and all of that. To make a very long story short, I wound up being in a relationship with him. I adored him. I absolutely adored him. In Birmingham, 4 inches a year ago today. And you remember, son of a gun. So we wound up having a relationship, and I was so naive and so gullible back then, which is another long story for another time. But oh God, I found out quite accidentally that not only was the story not true, but he was still, in fact, married to her. And I was devastated because by then I was so involved with him. I really loved him, but I also had never made the choice, the conscious choice, to be the other woman. And I didn't want to do that, and I would never do that to another woman willfully. I had no knowledge of it, and I was devastated. And I realized, and it took me a long time to break away from him because I did love him, and because he was really very, very good at manipulation, really good at it. Long, long, long story. But ultimately, I realized that I was madly in love with somebody who didn't exist. It was the person he presented himself to me to be, but it was not who he was. And when I discovered that, I had a very dear friend, my friend Mary. I literally cried on her shoulder more than once about this guy. And I remember mascara stains on her moo more than once as I broke down in tears over something he had done that devastated me. He had taken me and my whole family to look at places to live where we were going to live together. It was terrible, and it took me a very long time to get over. So, yes, exactly. Doing background checks and all of that. No, no question. But he was so good at what he did. I never even questioned it. I never even questioned it. I never called him at his home because he told, and it makes me sound so stupid, but remember, I was a lot younger at the time. I called him, I never called him at his home because he told me that he had an elderly housekeeper who was very old fashioned. And it just, it rings of stupidity, but who knew at the time? He's probably dead now. I mean, he was a lot older than, than I am, so I would imagine he's not around anymore. But it took me a very long time to be able to break away from him 100% because at that point, my life was so entrenched with his that not only was I in a relationship with him, I was working for him at the time. So my entire life fell apart. It was not good. So I am very, very wary at this point. And yes, and I do not, I mean, and the funny thing is, he said to me, when I finally said, I'm done, I'm not going to do this. I know. But long story with that too, Barb. So I'm shocked, even as I tell the story all these years later, it still hurts. But when I told him that I was done, that I was leaving, that I could not go along with this anymore, he said to me, "What will you do anyway?" No, no, he is not. He passed away. And he said to me, "What will you do anyway?" And I looked at him and I said to him, "I'll write a book." Yes, another lie. You missed a lot, Renee, but you can catch up afterwards. You can see the whole thing. I talked about three different topics. One that I can show you really quickly, and that's the nails that I did today. I did the press-on nails, and I did a video on it that I will be putting out to show you. Actually, the video is more about how not to do it than how to do it, because it's been so long since I did it that it was really funny how many mistakes I made along the way. The second topic that I was talking about was, well, the third topic was this guy. The second topic was a guy that I spoke to on the phone. No, they're not. No, this is the press on. And my nails have broken, and I finally cut down the other ones that still hung in there. But since I had this surgery and all of the treatment and medication and whatever, and the antibiotics, I don't know what did it, but my nails really were a mess after that. So I did the press on. I don't want to get nails done at the salon. I did that only once in my life. I only did it on a few nails because it was before my son's wedding, and it made those nails so soft. It took a very long time for them to grow back healthy, and I won't do that anymore. So I'll either deal with my own or I'll do the press-ons, and that is fine. I have to tell you, Mary, though, you're going to laugh because I'm going to try to put together the video the best I can because there were so many outtakes based upon the fact that I wasn't set up properly at the outset to do it right. But I can tell you exactly how to do it right and what I did wrong. But they came out nice in the end. I think they look really good. Hi, Denise. I think they look like natural nails in terms of the way they fit. And so I think here's the other hand. So I think it's a viable alternative. It's an inexpensive option. And I had bought a number of sets of these at one point on some site. I don't even remember what site it was, but they were very, very inexpensive. And I bought a whole bunch of them. So, yeah, exactly. And I just could not see myself going that route. I also hate going to the salon. I really hate it. It's just not for me. I would rather do other things with my time. Not my thing. So yeah, I think that they're fine, and I think for anybody who wants to give it a try, it's a great thing to do, and it gives you options to change it anytime. It really is like having a slumber party, Carol, and I think I'm getting addicted to it, and it is scaring me. I'm getting mine on Amazon now, Melissa, as well, and that's working out just fine. I was buying it in the pharmacy, but and I sometimes get them on sale there. Sometimes they will run sales, and the press-ons are exactly the press-ons are a far cheaper option. Absolutely, not with this particular one, but I have showered with many different sets of the press-on nails and never had a problem with it. Not an issue. I had bought at one point, quite a while ago, I bought some rather expensive nails that you could reuse. You're in your Red Santa PJs. Aw, it's too bad that we all can't be seen on here. Yeah, yeah, I know a lot of people do, and a lot of people that, at work have them, and I would just rather do this. This is just more me. We're all different in the things that we like and the things that work for us. And God bless everyone, whatever they do is good as long as it works for them. And this is the option that I choose. But again, I felt really weird doing my nails in all different colors. It's so not what what I'm used to. I'm older, so that's not the way I would have seen it before. I am. I don't take them off. What I do is I wait until they start to pop off, which usually runs somewhere close to 2 weeks. At that point, they'll all start. I don't do the press on. I use glue. I definitely use glue, but right now I'm using the Kiss, that it's the brush on glue, and I like it a lot. And it works really well. Yeah, it lasts almost 2 weeks, and then I start to take them off. And when they start to pop off, then I can put my hands in really warm water, or if you have to, you can do a little bit of polish remover around the edges, but I don't like to do that. And they don't hurt my nails at all. My nails are just as strong. The glue does not disturb them. And I, no, oh no, I didn't, because they have all different sizes. A lot of the kits, the nails are way too narrow for my nails. My nails are a little bit wider. These are a little wide for my nails, and I really feel as if I should be filing it down a little bit on the sides, but I'm told that they don't look bad, so maybe I'll leave it for now. Maybe I'll give it a little bit of a touch to round the edges just a little bit to make it look a tiny bit more natural to me. And I could be dead wrong because, again, what do I know? I'm old. So leave it alone. All right, I'll leave it. Listen, it's easier to leave it alone. So that works for me. And the first couple that I put on may pop off because I used the glue that came in the kit, and that was the one in that cylinder, and there wasn't enough glue. It didn't go all over the nail. And what I do to make them stay better is, and I don't know if you all do the same thing, but I put the glue on my natural nail and on the inside of the nail, and then I put it on. So yeah, I mean, it was the kit, and I thought it was nice. I thought it was fun for a change of pace, and it is the holiday season, so what the heck. I thought it would work. I had another kit that I was looking at. That is the problem, Barb. When you get the other nails done, it ruins your nails. So it makes a huge difference putting it on both surfaces because it does help it stay. And I have to tell you, it feels like my own nails. It really does. There's nothing unnatural feeling about it whatsoever. So it works for me. And maybe what I'll do in one of the upcoming videos is I'll show you some of the different nails that I did buy. I had gotten a couple of kits. Oh, Barbara, I'm so glad you did. It's really nice. Did you? Oh, I haven't seen it yet, so I'm gonna have to take a look. I apologize. I usually catch up on my emails relatively quickly, but I didn't see one from you, but I will check. Um, I had bought a number of them from this. I want to say the site might have been called. No, they're not. They're not thick. They're not fake looking. Yes, the paint on glue is the best. And it's so worth a try. I'm going to try to put that video up tomorrow. It'll probably give you a good laugh because I just did them so stupidly. I really promise the next time I do a tutorial on it, I'm going to be much better prepared. But I haven't done it glue gun right. I haven't done it in such a long time. It's a long, long time that I really had sort of forgotten how to do it. So I was learning as I was teaching. So it should be a little bit more fun that way anyway. The brand of these nails, this is Kiss. This one is Kiss. No, I haven't seen dip nails. I use lots of different brands though, and I bought some. There was a site, I want to say it was called Rose Gal or something. They had cheap clothing and cheap bathing suits and cheap everything. And at one point, they had a lot of nails. It came from China, I think. But I have to tell you, some of those nails were absolutely beautiful and they were really inexpensive. I was buying them for maybe some of them $4, $5, $6, I think the most. So I was able to get more different types, and it really worked out well for me for quite a while when I was doing it. And I really enjoyed it. I like the flex. It's kind of, to me, these fake nails are the same as wearing a wig. Oh, and speaking of fake nails, I have to tell you, this was really hilarious. At one point, my washing machine broke. And the period of time before I got my new one, I had to go to the laundromat. And I went to the laundromat one day and I put my clothes in the washing machine and then I put them in the dryer, and when I pulled them out, there was a bright coral nail in with my clothes, and it absolutely cracked me up. And I said, "Did anybody did anybody lose a nail?" So what it told me was that somebody who had been there earlier had done their laundry, and obviously a nail popped off while they were putting their stuff in the dryer, and I inherited the nail. I will take a look at it if I can. What was it called again, Barbara? I will take a look at it. It was absolutely hilarious finding somebody's nail in the laundry. It was it was in perfect shape, by the way, so your nails can go through the dry cycle. At least those could, and it came out A-okay. Now, if she would only lose the other 9, I could be in business. But I really wanna try the ones that I bought that were the more expensive ones that you can reuse. I didn't pay the crazy price that they were charging for it. They had a crazy sale on it. So I bought, I think at the time, and this goes back a long time ago, I bought 5 of them. I mean, it's funny. These things were really funny. Um, I had I had bought them. I'm trying to remember the name of the site. About 2 weeks. 2 weeks is what these last also typically, so that's fine too. Kiss is the brand? Because I do wear I wear a lot of Kiss nails because those are the ones I'm able to buy locally. So I do that, and I wear the French dip powder. Is that what she's talking about? SNS brand? Oh, it's the salon yeah. See, I hate going to the salon, and I just don't want anything on my nails that's going to ruin my natural nail by because I noticed when they put the nails on that one time that I did it, they were filing down my nails a lot. And I thought, what the heck are you doing? I didn't want my nails ruined. So no, that's not for me. If you know you're going to continue to do it long term, I guess it doesn't matter. But there you go, Carol. I'm with you. I cannot sit in the salon. I can't. I'm with you. Those fumes make me crazy. They really make me crazy. Excuse me. When I go to the salon to get my hair done, and I really have to get my hair cut soon, but yeah, I cannot stand the smell of that stuff even when I go to get my hair cut. You can get away with that for 5 to 6 weeks. Cuticles would be as long as your nails. I I I think, don't they do fills on those? Wish? I don't know. I don't know. But I love the flexibility of anything that we have more control over. That's what it is. Really? Son of a gun. How do you like? Oh, I better have my hair looking better then when you come around, Carol. Amazon has some pretty, oh, I had some ombre nails and they were beautiful. I absolutely loved them. I wore it not this past summer, clearly, because I didn't think it was important in the hospital or rehab. But the summer before, I wore some beautiful ombre nails. I loved them. They were really great. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't even want to go to the salon to get my hair cut. If she could come to me, that would make me happy. I don't enjoy that, and I know a lot of people do, and a lot of people love talking to the workers there, and they sit and they chat, and and the interesting thing is the girl who does my hair owns the salon, and she also has Havanese dogs, so we talk about the dogs as well. Yeah, I would imagine it's hard if you did that. And then again, when people aren't doing it right. Yeah, the Kiss ones. Oh, I have to tell you, there's one nail that after I tried that, the glue in the cylinder that came with it, Rose Gal, that was the one where I had gotten my nails from. I got a lot of them back in the day. I don't know if they still have them, but at one point they had run out of them, so I stopped buying it there. But one of my nails has, those stupid little sticky, they don't file the nail at your salon? Oh, 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 that's better. In any case, you know those little sticky tabs that you can put on as an alternative way of gluing the nails down? Well, I did that on one of my nails, and it was the stupidest application. Oh, really? They don't file them. They do here. And I think it's terrible, and I just don't want my nails destroyed. I also like the fact that I know that my nails are going to breathe in between. So, yeah. Well, Sheila's everything looks terrific. She does her beautiful lips and, everything. Her eyeshadow is beautiful. Um, by the way, Sheila, if you're still floating around, I, oh, there you are. I did get in touch with the lip pot, uh, what's the name of it again? Because I told you they had asked me about it, sending me some stuff, and I had lost track of it because it was shortly after I came home from the hospital. And I got in touch, and she is sending it to me, so I'm looking forward to trying that out. You know, the funny thing is, Sheila's always talking about the problems she has with her skin, but I agree with you. It always looks absolutely flawless. Come to think of it, where is Sandy? Aw. Oh, that's funny. She kept telling them how much she liked karaoke. Oh, there you are, Sandy. Son of a gun, we missed you. So we are down three subjects, so you'll have to catch up. And we're having a good old time tonight. Uh, Son of a gun. I got one thumbs up. Thank you. Emile Cordone, right. It looked wonderful. When I had looked at the site, it looked great, but I had just totally forgotten about it. Oh, that's right. I keep saying I want to watch that too. I had started to watch it one day and then got distracted and I never. Oh, thanks, Denise. That's really nice. Exactly, the queen of late night. I think I'm going to have some intro music, like they used to have on the Johnny Carson show. Here's Jerry. They were in the Catskills. Who were in the Catskills? Was it the Maisels? Who was in the Catskills? We could make a regular thing of this. I mean, this could be a new thing for YouTube where we have our own. There you go. That would work. Where we have our own coffee clutch, where we have our own party. I think this is the best thing. It really is. It's like we're doing something so fun. We get to play. It's something we don't often get to do. Anyone have insomnia? Up till 6:30. It's really it's really hard. I suffered. Yes, yes, we could spend New Year's Eve together. Exactly. I had terrible friends of the friendless. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Um, oh, did you? I have to watch it. I'll get around to that. Um, oh, I lost my train of thought again. Good grief, it's one of the dangers of this format and my age. Um, what the heck? Oh, you were talking about insomnia. And I used to have it very, very bad insomnia years ago. To tell you how long ago it was, they used to deliver milk then, and I would hear the clanking of the milk bottles. And at that point, I could fall asleep because then it was morning. the morning light had broken, and there's nothing as lonely as those hours in the middle of the night when the rest of the world is sleeping and you can't sleep. Bella has Bella has a problem with insomnia, as does Angela Lomax has a problem with it sometimes. So yeah, it's a lonely place to be. My friend Linda is on Ambien. She takes it every single night. And do, do you have insomnia though? Do you really suffer from it, Carol? Vodka. Yeah, vodka can work. That's why you enjoy it. When you suffer from insomnia, it's terrible. It really is terrible because you feel like you're all alone in the world. There was a Rod Serling episode, I believe, once again, many, many years ago, where he was the only person left on Earth, and he was a person who didn't like. Oh, really? Oh, wow. That's hard. That's really hard. I'm a lot of people do stay up late, and that's different. But suffering from insomnia, it's you try to sleep, or sometimes you can fall asleep and you can wake up a half hour later or an hour later, and then you're up for a long time. Oh, that's really good, Denise. So you've cut yourself back a lot. That's great. Peeing gets you up. Yeah, yeah, that can work for all. Oh, that's another, by the way, Mr. Charming of the sexual innuendo was also discussing peeing, and he asked me if I have to pee before I go to sleep and if I have to pee when I get up in the morning. Yeah. Oh, yes, he did. It's no, you didn't. Oh, yes, he did. So it was all in all a charming conversation. It really was. Yeah. I just don't often start out a relationship discussing my bladder and, with all of that sexual innuendo. I don't know. Oh, it's you too. It's really, insomnia it's a hard thing to live with. It really is, especially if you have any medical issues and you don't feel well. It is really hard because you worry. You worry in the middle of the night. Let me tell you something. If we cannot laugh at ourselves, what have we got? And by the way, this sudden, sort of feeling phlegmy, I will kill myself if I get a cold. I really will, but there have been people everywhere I go who have been coughing and sneezing. It is not nice. It really is not nice. There are sick people everywhere you go. I think I'm going to take an extra vitamin C tonight before I go to sleep. I find that if I feel like something's coming on, if I take anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day for a couple of days, I can usually ward it off if I catch it right in the beginning. But you really have to catch it early. By the way, I'm going to go back to my nails again for a minute. Yeah, just because I suddenly remembered one day in the early days of doing. Oh, it does make you pee. I mean, is that bizarre? Well, he was telling me about himself about peeing. Oh, it was because he told me, I know, and they actually do it in some doctor's offices now too, Denise. I love vitamin C. I'm a great believer in vitamin C. It's really, really good. Um, yes, it is the loneliest. loneliest feeling in the world, suffering from insomnia and being up in the middle of the night. It really is. But yeah, the reason he told me about peeing was because he was telling me that um, he had surgery to reduce the size of his prostate. And he said, and since they reduced the size of his prostate, he doesn't have to pee before he goes to sleep. And he doesn't even have to pee when he gets up in the morning. And I wanted to say to him again, TMI, TMI. I'm not interested in your bladder or bowel habits. I'm really not. Aw, aw. I'm going to have to try to upload a little more often then. This was the first time I talked to him. Yeah. No, I'm not meeting him. No, 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 no. No, this is a different one. No, I don't think I'm going to be meeting him anytime soon. No. Not only that, he also likes to go sailing. So I said to myself, oh, goody. So now he wants to get me on a boat. I'm going to be out in the middle of the ocean somewhere. I don't swim. So unless he's got water wings for me, if I don't acquiesce to whatever little fantasies he might have, exactly, exactly. I mean, I could be off the boat and floating or not. So no, no, no. The prostate. Yes, he told me about his prostate. Ex- exactly. There you go. So it was entirely TMI. And I wanted to say there ought to be some sort of a, what do you call it? A primer, a primer, a primer on what not to say on a first date or what not to say in a first conversation. I was thinking of Natalie Wood too. Exactly. Yeah. And also, there was another one of those crime shows that had a thing where they met on uh, Match.com. And I think he threw this woman off a boat and weighed her down with something. We should call him prostate. I don't think we need to call him much of anything. I don't think I'm going to be calling him. Oh, but God, he's got my number. He could call me at this point. Maybe he won't. Listen, if he calls me again, I can tell him I didn't change the phone, even if I do, and I can keep going, what? Oh, I have to tell you, there is a lot of that discussion of bowels and bowel function and how often one goes. Yes, indeedy do. I have to tell you. Yeah, it's the thrills of aging. And yeah, I mean, I find even, well, that's TMI, so let's not go there. Anybody have another conversation they want to? Oh my God, I'm doing it again. I'm on. It's over an hour that I've been on here. Exactly. Meet a guy on life support. Yeah, we can go there another time. Exactly. Don't go. I don't. No, no sense of propriety. I mean, this other guy sounds nice, the one that I'm meeting for breakfast, but you never know. Exactly. I am in a better mood. You know, so it's exciting. It's exciting when we have a BM. Yes. I am in a better mood. You know something? Part of any time I can do something that makes me feel normal, in quotes, it's a good thing. I get really, really frightened when I have too much time to think because of the kind of work that I do and because of my inability to do it at this moment and because of my stark terror of where the future is leading me. when I can be otherwise engaged and keep, how can I look him up on Facebook? I only know his first name. Will he be wearing a sombrero? Oh, you're talking about the other guy. Oh, yeah, I guess I could do that. I'm not worried about him. I'm really not. He's an old man. I mean, I'm not worried about him attacking me. I think he was also not too tall. I can take him, even with my bad leg. Don't worry. Meet a rich guy with one foot in the that. Yes. Well, my mother never said that, but I certainly have heard other people say it. They should have one foot in the grave and the other one on a banana peel. Well, if the breakfast guy asks about bladder habits, get up and walk away from the table. I told you about that retired dentist that I had met the last time I went out. No, he wasn't 90. He was in his early 80s. Um, I think in his early 80s. So when I met that guy, all he talked about was food and all the things that he didn't eat. And oh, pish tosh, you are not, Sandy. Um, he is that guy. He had real issues, and then toward the end of the meal, he stood up. He got a cramp in his thigh. He was holding on to his left butt cheek, and I guess he was trying to work out the um, the cramp. At which point, I raised my finger to the waitress, and I said, "Check, please." It was time to go. It was not a fart. The man had a cramp in his leg, and he was holding on to his left butt cheek. And I said to myself, I don't think I'm going to be seeing this guy again. I really don't. Yes, that was not a. I was not doing too well with the dating scene. Maybe he did have to fart. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, he was definitely a one-trick pony, though. That was all he talked about. I know. It really was funny. I think that was the video I did about toilet paper and paper towels also. I guess you have to kiss a lot of frogs before you meet a prince, right? So, although I'm not even too anxious to kiss anybody these days, you just never know. You never know. Better safe than sorry. Oh, good, Rita. I'm so glad. I really think we need to have a good laugh. We all do. We really do. We need to be taken away from the everyday and all the difficulties that life presents on a daily basis. So we need to have fun. I'm feeling like I'm really staying on here way too long. What do you think? I'm up to 73 minutes, ladies. I really am. Should I end it and come back with my sheet music for tomorrow? I'll have to come up with some kind of an intro. I know. I know. It was no, I think the cramp was in his thigh. Let's talk about something else. Okay, pick a topic. Somebody pick a topic. I'm feeling so cozy under this thing. I'm really enjoying it a lot. What do you want to talk about, ladies? No. Where did you send me the picture of the house? Did you send it to the email address? Something fun that I like to do. I haven't done anything fun in quite a while, unfortunately. You emailed me? I'll have to take a look. Something must have been wrong because Barbara said she emailed me also, and I haven't seen that. And I typically check my email several times a day to make sure I'm not missing anything. The dogs are doing a lot better. My biggest issue with them is I need to they need to be bathed. And it's going to be expensive for me to bring them in to have them done. It's going to be I think it was like in the local place, I think it was $65 each. I've got three of them. I really can't do it. Good night, Barb. Take care. Um, so I need to, yeah, but it's expensive. I need to bathe them. So I had asked Linda if she would do me a favor. I said, if you could just come over, lift each dog into the sink for me. I'll wash them. I will towel dry them. And then if you could move them over to the table for me, I can blow them dry. So, she said she would, but she hasn't come over. And now she's sick. And now I know it's very expensive. And now I don't want to, I really don't want to $90 for the dog. It's here it would be 65 for each of mine plus a tip. And they also haven't had their rabies shots lately. Linda who throws milk, exactly. My other neighbor, I have hinted to her several times, but she has not taken me up on it, and she's getting ready to leave to go to India for 3 weeks. She's going to a wedding over there. So she's really busy right now, and she's going with me to the doctor on Tuesday. So, yeah, I had gone to Petco, and yeah, Petco I think was 49, but it does the place that I heard about that is supposedly wonderful right here, near here. They let the dogs all play in like it's like a little area where they all play together, and they have a good time. Exactly, it does. So that is an issue for me because I don't want them to start matting again. And they will start matting. And yeah, it's hard. Hi, it's I'm so glad to see you here. Oh, okay, Belle. It's really nice to see you here. I'm glad to see you join. PetSmart has that. Yeah, it's just I know I have to comb them. And the problem is that it's very hard for me right now because I can't. I would do it with them sitting next to me on the sofa, but I have to make sure they sit next to me on the sofa and they have to jump up on their own and sit next to my left side because if they sit next to my right side, that's the bad leg. So that is a really big issue for me. That's my biggest issue. Sheila, having told me about the plastic bowls, saved my life in terms of the feeding, and I only occasionally spill their food on the floor when I try to pick it up with the gripper. But you have a good night too. Um, I have a comb where every other tine uh, thing on it spins, so it doesn't seem to hurt them. They don't seem to mind it. But I really have got to get them combed. I've got to get them bathed, and I've got to get them blown dry. And I'm nervous because if they get matted, it then becomes a significant issue. So that's been my biggest problem with having them home. Everything else has worked out better. Um, yeah, and trying to get the goop out of their eyes and all of that. It's like having kids that never grow up, though. That's the problem with it, Marla. It is. It's like having kids, and I adore them, and I think we are definitely back to the place where it's like the way it was before they left, where we're all absolutely at home. Yeah, so yeah, it is. I mean, I adore them, and they're wonderful. Oh, thank you so much, Belle. The lip color, it's a combination of three lipsticks. It is, I had it, if you look at my yesterday's live, I show you all three products. I don't remember. They do have mobile services, but they're just as expensive. So the issue is not as much getting them there. You checked Miraness, but Miraness had a lot of things for a lot of different prices, or did you buy some? But anyway, Belle, to get back to the lipstick, it's a pink lipstick from Rimmel, and I love it too. I told you it was an accident the first time. On top of that, I put the Honey Fizz. Oh, and I forgot to buy the 5 lipsticks that they had on QVC for $29, the Laura Geller. Um, so I want to get that because actually the other colors in that 5 lipstick kit were all colors that I like. So it'll be a good purchase. I absolutely love the Laura Geller lipstick. It's my favorite lipstick. If I had to choose one of all the lipsticks that I have had, excuse me, and currently have, I love the Laura Geller the best. Um, Online where it's been hard to get. I thought they discontinued them, but I see they are still selling them. The Ordinary. Oh, really? The Serum Foundation? Wrapping my leg in massage. Yeah, you know something exactly. I actually was told by the doctor this past week that he's going to refer me to a lymphedema specialist so they can do the massage to get the fluid out of my leg. And I know that that is the problem, and that bloody hurts. Oh my God, Myra, you're gonna love it. You're gonna just love it. There's, first of all, they smell delicious. Yeah, Rimmel is, I love Rimmel. I really do. I like their lipsticks a lot and have for a long time. And yeah, the Laura Geller has a great smell. Susan's suggestion, hard candy. Yeah, I haven't tried that one. But the Laura Geller is great. If you decide to try any of her lipsticks, they go on smoothly, they feel wonderful, and they smell delicious. Everything's on 6 easy pays. I know it is, but am I going to take something that's $29 and put it on 6 easy pays? I thought about it, and then I said I don't want to be paying for lipstick for 6 months. I really don't. So before I run out of money, I can do I can do the $29. Yeah, I know they're doing a lot of the 6 easy payments. That's how they sucker you in. I used to buy, excuse me, I used to buy things with some regularity on QEC. I really have not bought anything for, well, it's got to be close to a year, if not a year, because I just don't want to start having bills popping up again until I need to get some deals in the drawer. So, Guerlain is a fabulous lipstick. This is also very moisturizing. Guerlain, I bet, is very expensive. Um, you got hooked on the QVC. Let me tell you something. It's easy to get hooked. It really is. Why do you have a problem with it, Sandy? Just wear what you like, whatever makes you feel like you look good. Or is that, was that serious? Because I never know when you're serious. It's hard to tell. Oh, my leg. Oh, my leg hurts. No, and ow. Oh, I also need a podiatrist. Oh my God. I told my neighbor I needed the name. The makeup prices, are they ridiculously high? Yeah, no, but all this stuff is really expensive. By the way, Sandy, did you buy any of the Miraness stuff from Haute Look? If your views are blue, what do you mean if your views are blue? What are views? Oh, veins. If your veins are blue, you're cool? I don't know what color my veins are. What's the other choice? Try massaging it upward. Oh, Yeah. Oh, yeah, actually, that's true. I really should do that. It just hurts so much. I think mine are more green. Yeah. Oh, so green is warm? Okay. All I know is that I cannot wear a blue-red lipstick. I look terrible in it. But I look good in an orange red. Okay. I don't know if I could use a heating pad on that, and that was one of the questions I had decided I was going to ask the doctor until I saw him, and I forgot. My makeup are warm tones. Yeah. Yeah, I look better. I'm very sallow. My complexion is very sallow. So for me, I need things to warm up my skin tone rather than to tone it down. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I will try that. I definitely will try that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find a comfortable position for myself. You like warmth. I like warmth too. In the combo is neutral. Gotcha. Sandy, I don't think you answered. Did you get anything from Miraness on their Haute Look sale? You know, the interesting thing is, Rita, orange is a funny color for me. I can, I do have some nerve pain, but it's mostly, I think, just the lymphedema. I think that's what it is. You ordered the BB foundation? Did you get the one? They had that incredible thing. What was it, $10 or something? Where they had the two little tubes? I forgot. There were a couple of really, really good buys there. And I have to tell you, they have that BB, that finishing powder. That's the one that I use. I love it. I absolutely love it. It has lasted such an incredibly long time. Well, of course, I didn't use it for months when I was in the hospital in rehab, but it was $39 on Haute Look. Oh, okay. No, the sale's not over. Rita, it's still on Haute Look, I believe. It started, I think, the day before yesterday, but it will be over soon. They have, this is the BB translucent finishing powder. I swear the thing is going to last for a year and a half. It is incredible. It is such a finely milled powder that it is wonderful. And it's the only thing I use under my eyes. Everything else that I had tried made me look like I was 110 years old because it would just lay there and it would go into the cracks and creases and it looked terrible. What's my favorite thing from Miraness? There are several favorites. I like Miraness for a number of things. I use Laura Mercier. Yes, I like it. I like it better than the I love the powder. There's no other way that I can explain it to me. You still need foundation. No, it's not a B. No, mine is not BB cream. The one I'm talking about is the powder, the finishing powder. My under eyes, you know how terrible my under eyes were. Just look at my early videos. My under eyes were horrible. They were absolutely horrible. They are not natural resources with Melissa Gallagher. I will take a look at that and see. But if I had to, yeah, so it is green tones. They are looking so much better, Carol. I know they are. Oh, the sale is 2 more days? Okay. They also run out of things, sometimes. So just check it out. Oh, okay, Sheila, take care. You have a great night too. Um, let me think. Oh, God. Um, what's my favorite product from Miraness? Well, I do love their foundation. I love there are 3 foundations that they have. I think my favorite of all their foundations though is the and it's not on this time. What the heck is it called? I can't think of what it's called. I think it's like an airbrush. I think it's an airbrush. And it is absolutely wonderful. I also use the one that they have now on sale. Um, it's in a black tube. The foundations that I get from um, from Miraness, who used to be on HSN. The ones that I get from Miraness have my skin looking really, really smooth. I mean, my skin, considering my age, I think it does not look bad. It really doesn't look bad. Miraness used to be on HSN. Son of a gun, I had no idea. I had no idea. When I first started talking about it over, thanks a lot. This is another kit, the eyeshadow, um, what shade I get, are you talking about in the Miraness foundation? Usually I get Vienna. I can also use Mocha, which is a little bit darker, but Vienna is the one. But it's very interesting because if you look at any of their videos from their site, they will show you it adjusts to your skin. So you can really, you've got a little leeway with their foundations. It's much more forgiving than a lot of the other stuff. Yeah, basically, it's vanilla, Vienna, mocha, and I forgot what the darkest color is called. It is wonderful. They also have one there, and I forgot what it's called, but it's a 3-in-1, and it's terrific too. It's in a see-through bottle. If you look at it on that site, it adjusts. Yeah, it is. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that you think it's DNA, but considering it didn't look as good when I started, so it's definitely looking better. ERA, Ageless Eye Cream and Serum. It's expensive. The Laura Mercier powder is good. It's good, but I have to tell you, I don't think you'll go wrong if you get the Miraness. I don't think you'll dislike it. I sort of hesitate to say it though, Barbara, because if God forbid you don't like it as much, I'll feel terrible. But for me, I absolutely love it. As a matter of fact, I bought an extra one when they had the sale now just the other day because I'm afraid to be without it. That's how much I love it. I still have quite a bit of it, but when they run the sales on Haute Look, you never know which products are coming up. They only had one page of products this time. They used to have two. When I first started talking about Miraness, nobody had heard of it. It was a company out of Australia, and nobody had heard of it. And I used to talk about it, and they used to say, "What? Which?" And I didn't see any other. Oh, yeah, right. No, I want you to like it, Barbara. I really want you to like it. It is a BB powder. They have three different BB powders. They have a glow one. The other two are pinkish. One is glow and one is supposed to just, I forgot, but it's the white one. The website for Haute is HAUTE look, LOOK.com. HauteLook.com. It's part of Nordstrom. Coverage, well, it's again, it's a finishing powder. So it's not a powder that's going to give you coverage like it is not dry. It's not dry looking. Wait a second. I missed the second half of that comment. I want to make sure that it's not drying looking because I don't need anything to accentuate all the cracks and crevices. I really don't. And I have far fewer lines. I use the Emma Sam eye cream. I've been using it for years, and for me, There is nothing like it. Olay moisturizer. Oh, okay. Yeah, Olay moisturizer. It's really good. The moisturizer that I use. Hi, Victoria. I'm glad you were able to join in also. I missed the end of that. The US dollar amount was 39. Wait, oh, you went to the Miraness site. Why did you go to the Miraness site, Sandy? Why didn't you go to the Haute Look site? I told you it was on sale at Haute Look. I mean, they do have sales on Miraness site all the time, and I've bought from them many times, and they're really good about the delivery. I have bought from Miraness themselves. They're a great company. Their stuff is packaged wonderfully, and you do very well with them. So, and they're great with the shipping from, I don't know if they're shipping it from Australia, but yes, they definitely are good. But no, go to the Miraness on Haute Look, Sandy, because they have some really. They only have 4 colors on the foundation. The lightest one is vanilla. The second one is Vienna, which is the one that I typically wear. The third one is mocha. And then the fourth. Oh, thank you, Pat. This is a new kit that I tried from Profusion. And this one is part of a kit that is not only eye makeup, it is eye makeup and my leg is hurting. Wait a sec, I have to get more comfortable. Let me raise my leg a little bit more and see if that helps. Nope, wrong way. Okay, I'm kind of tilting myself a little bit more. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, go to the Miraness site, or don't even do that. Look on YouTube and look for, put in Miraness Foundation. There is one particular video that comes from the company that shows the 4 different colors on someone's face. And she has all the different colors on her face because it adjusts. So there is some flexibility. If your skin is very fair, go for the vanilla. If your skin is a little bit darker, I would say go for the Vienna. If it's a little darker than that or more olivey, I would say try the mocha. And if your skin is very dark, I don't remember if it's called bronze or what the last one is. The price point of the foundation, I think, on sale, and I only buy it on sale, on Haute Look right now, I think it was running $25. It typically runs $50 or more, but I don't buy it for the retail price. Yes, vanilla is fair to light. Exactly. Vanilla is the lightest color that they have. Um, so the they had another foundation that was maybe $80, but again, I got it. Maybe I bought it for 39, something like that. Again, it was a time that they had a sale. Do check it out. If you're sallow, I would say you probably should try the. Are you sallow and light or sallow and a little darker? Because I would say either the. Well, I don't know if you can use my skin tone as any kind of a gauge, but as I say, if it's light and sallow, is it light as in very fair and sallow, or is it, would you consider your skin fair or a little darker than fair? If it's not fair, then go with Vienna. Go with Vienna, unless you're darker, and then you can go with mocha. But you can definitely get away with Vienna. Um, and as I say, it does have some self-adjusting quality to it. It is not like the, you want me to look at the tiny little avatar? I need a bigger picture. Do I get a commission? No, I don't get anything from that. If you buy anything, when I have the links on my videos at the bottom in the show more, when I have links to things there, I do get a very small amount of money for those. There's no upcharge to the consumer at all, but it's pennies. It's just a little bit of money on any of those. Um, but no, on this, I don't get anything. I think you're right. We do tend to get more sallow as we age. Um, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do this. My leg is really hurting me a lot. Oh, I know why. I'm wearing a knee high and it's sort of digging in a little bit. Oh my God, it's 101 minutes. Ladies, this is crazy. Yeah, I think that's true, Myra. We do definitely get sallower as we turn gray. Yeah, I'm gonna go get comfy. I think I'm gonna do that. I hate to get off. I've had an absolutely wonderful visit with you tonight. If I can, I'll come back tomorrow, and hopefully by then I'll have the music figured out. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful night. I love you all. It's been a great visit. Take care.